Hey folks, Math Machine here. I've been noticing something lately. It's been getting a little weird with this, but there is a pattern to be seen. In the last week or so, I have seen more Twitter meltdowns than I can count. It's gotten kind of funny, actually, in some ways. I've been noticing that the people in opposition to Gamergate have been starting to, for lack of better terms, lose their shit. I'm going to give you 3 examples from, well, one from last week when I think this began, and then a couple from just the last couple days that kind of show what exactly is going on here that I'm talking about. The first is brought to you by Stephen Totilo, the editor-in-chief of Kotaku. This was actually shown in another one of my videos. I'm going to be linking it again. Gawker released an article saying how Intel was, among other things, a bunch of craven idiots. And Totilo said, you know, we didn't say this when it did happen, but we really should have, and this is how we feel. And then he linked to that article. I don't feel that was so much as completely and totally stupid. It was, but it wasn't so much that as it was financial suicide. Because, Intel, to my knowledge, advertises, or at least did, I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't anymore, they advertised on Kotaku. And then from there, things got stupider and stupider and stupider. There was the editor-in-chief for GameRanks, a video game website, Ian Miles Chong. He said, ethics in game journalism? Who cares? It's gaming journalism. You can kind of see why I'm having a little difficulty with that. The man seems to be under the impression that because it's video games, ethics doesn't need to be a concern. I would like to point to basically any movie journalist, any sports journalist, any novel journalist. They will tell you, of course it does, you idiot. What the fuck is wrong with you? I can't, for the life of me, figure why he... The only rational way I can brain this, and this is giving him every benefit of the doubt, is that he feels that video games don't need to have an ethical standard like every other form of journalism that exists. I don't see how you ration that out exactly, especially when this is a $100 billion industry that currently rivals and usually beats the movie industry. So, and that, again, that's giving him every benefit of the doubt, trying to rationalize that level of insanity that he said. I could be completely wrong, and he's just saying that because he's lost his goddamn mind. I don't know. I give people way too much credit sometimes. And finally, we have one Jonathan McIntosh. Anyone that knows him, I'll let you snicker for a moment. He said something that just blows my mind. He said, and I'm going to pull this up right quick because I want to get it exactly right. He said, in gaming lingo, fun is often code for feeling powerful, and feeling powerful is code for doing violence to people and other living things. No, I am not quoting Jack Thompson. For those that don't know, Jonathan McIntosh is not a journalist. However, he is the producer and writer for a very well-known video game critique YouTube series that has gotten that is very, like I said, very well known and usually gets a lot of attention. So his word is just, it should be taken with the same seriousness as a journalist, because he is a games critique and a gaming culture critique, basically. But critic, not critique. He critiques as a critic. And just that level of, and I know, for anyone that knows this, there is a parody account that has the same, almost the exact same spelling, that looks exactly the same, and says a lot of this level of stuff. That was not the parody account. That was the real account. I had to double check and triple check to be absolutely sure. That is the real Jonathan McIntosh. On the internet, there is a bit of a running gag that's been going on lately. It's called the going full McIntosh. It's actually a scale. I would link that scale itself, except the bloody thing keeps changing pretty much every single day, because these hipster idiots keep saying something stupider and stupider, and people just have to keep readjusting the scale. These are just 3 examples, and I can point to dozens and dozens and dozens more. I think that there's a twofold problem here that these people are facing. One, they can't seem to figure out how to put their phones down and step away from Twitter, which seems to be a lot of the issue in and of itself. The second, and I think the bigger problem that they're facing right now, is that these hipsters are not built for longevity. Gamergate has been going on. It's into its 3rd month now. It's been something like 9 weeks or 9.5 weeks or so. It's been a while now. And I don't think that these people are built for these kind of long-term things. They seem to be very short-term, and they seem to be very right now, as opposed to big picture. Their sanity seems to be slipping more and more as Gamergate continues, and I believe that they are ramping up attack efforts. If you've seen any mainstream media stuff, you know what I'm talking about. In an effort to get rid of Gamergate, because I can guarantee this, they want it gone now. Hell, they want it gone yesterday. They are not built for this kind of a long battle, which leads further credence to my belief that these people aren't gamers. They're hipsters calling themselves gamers. Because pretty much any gamer that calls themselves a gamer, this doesn't faze them at all. Like, 3 months? Pfft, are you kidding? Anyone who's played an MMO knows exactly what I'm talking about. 3 months is a joke. 3 months is how long you would take to get through, like, a single raid, for Pete's sake. 3 months is nothing to a typical MMOer, and most hardcore gamers or just people that would call themselves gamer in general, this kind of long, drawn out kind of thing is just, they've done it all before. This is nothing new. And apparently these hipsters just can't seem to grasp that that's what gamers do. And they can't handle it themselves. Their sanities are going. I'm sure their sanities are going. And as this continues, they're going to say stupider and stupider stuff, and they're going to keep posting it to Twitter because they can't fucking turn their phone off. And then it's just going to continue going down. And eventually, as funny as this is, eventually they're going to kill themselves from just continuing to say stupid shit, and no one's going to want to listen to them anymore. I use kill in their business, their reputation, etc. sense, not in the literal sense, of course. I find I have to say that now because doxing levels and threats of that nature have gone to an insane level, which is, I think, another thing that I've noticed, that they are ramping up efforts to get rid of Gamergate. There have been a couple of people that have received not only death threats, but objects in the mail that are, if not literally said it, leading to the conclusion that they should kill themselves. Or they have had the police called to their house, or the fire department called to their house, etc. And just in this last week. So this is getting a lot worse, and I think that this is another sign that they are ramping up efforts to get rid of Gamergate, and they can't hold out much longer. I don't know how much longer this is going to last, but I'm pretty sure they're going to cave before the people that are on the side of Gamergate cave. It's just nature. Gamers are built for this. Hipsters are not. It's, in one way, it's kind of weird watching this play out, just going insane, more and more madness as the days progress. But on the other hand, the sadistic side of me says this is fun, and I love going on to these guys' Twitters just to watch them explode. As I said, I will be providing the screen caps of these in the comment, in the description below, so that you can see that I'm not making shit up. And feel free to laugh with me and post some comments of other Twitter things that you found that are absolutely batshit full Macintosh levels of insane. Have fun with your Twitter searches, folks. Peace out.